Good morning, everybody. It's Mark Becker. I know I don't normally do Facebook Live videos anymore. I don't do nothing really anymore, really. But beside all that and everything, I just wanted to do my first public Facebook Live video since the passing of a great NBA legend and will forever be honored and remembered in our lives. Amongst the other 7 people that lost their lives in that terrible helicopter crash last Sunday, I want to take a moment to commemorate what, in my opinion, what Kobe Bryant did. Now, I'll be honest with you. When I first heard the news on Sunday, when I got back from the gym, Sunday morning, well, really post-Sunday morning, but anyway, I saw a friend of mine post a photo of Kobe Bryant passing away, and I thought he was crapping me, so I thought it was a joke. Not in a ha-ha sense, but like, in a sensitive joke. I'm like, I can't believe this. So I went on Google and then TMZ.com, and it was all over TMZ, it was all over Google, it was all over the internet and everything. And I'm like, I dropped everything, and I'm like, really? What the, what, man? I'm like, I dropped everything, and I'm like, wow. And then I found out also that his oldest daughter was on the plane too, on the helicopter too, excuse me. And, it just goes to show you that life is too darn short. So life's not promised the next day. We're not promised the next day. It's a privilege. And like my pastor used to always tell me at church, life is too darn short. You will never know when it's your time. The man upstairs has it all planned out. He's not going to tell you. It's just going to come up, and you ain't going to see it coming. And we lost a legend. And this whole week since past Sunday, it's just been hard for a lot of us in the Laker organization. Losing one of the greatest players of all time. And not only that, he was a great father, he was a great husband, he was one of the best NBA players in the history of the game, right behind Michael Jordan, my personal favorite. He had to go to college. He went straight to the NBA after high school, just like LeBron did. But I heard a lot of things. It was all over ESPN. It was a lot of people that knew what was going on didn't believe it either. It was all over ESPN. It was all over the internet. It was all over Twitter. Any internet site and listed Kobe Bryant's name on it. People were just like, they didn't know how to react. They didn't know how to respond. They didn't know what to do. They were just in awe, just like all of us were. And it goes to show you that life is too short, and we gotta say I love you to our loved ones. And this is part of the reason why you should never hold a grudge against anybody. I've learned that myself. There's people out here that I work with and I see in the neighborhood, I see everywhere I go, that I just don't like. But do I think the harshest about them or to them? No. I keep that inside myself. I don't go out and say, oh, I wish this person would die. That person should, I don't like to think that way. I like to think of it as this. Yeah, I got bullied in school and everything, but I didn't want to think and believe that some of the people that bullied me bullied me while I was in school, I didn't wish the worst for them. You can't do that. It just it makes you feel like crap. That's why you should never hold grudges against anybody, because you don't know. You could be fighting with that person that day, and then 2 days later you hear over the news that this person passed away, and then you hear about how good of a person that individual was, and then you think back in your mind like, okay, I feel, we break out, and that just goes to show you with Kobe Bryant, you don't know how many people envied that man, but did they wish the worst for him? They wish the worst for him? They better not have. And my heart goes out to Miss Vanessa Bryant, the other 2 kids, saying his dad, his mom, and everything, and I know they're going to have a vigil for LeBron, for Kobe over in LA, and without a shadow of a doubt, there's going to be a high attendance there. A lot of people will be there. They had a Vigil for him earlier this week in front of the Staples Center, and I didn't see his wife or the other kids there. It's probably for the best interest not to go, because it's just too much. Losing someone like that, losing a loved one like that, trust me, I've been through it myself 3 times. But it ain't nothing insurmountable to how much of an impact Kobe touched our lives. You know, he was a great player. He was one of the greatest players I learned to watch as a child, as a kid. I grew up watching him. Grew up listening to what he had to say. Listening to, you know, the one thing about Kobe that I always loved about what he did was he had a strong connection with the younger crowd. Not too many people that had a big inspiration and big impact on a lot of young kids' lives can say that. There's not many of those, I can say, superheroes or idolizations left. There's not that many. And my advice to you guys that do things devotively, like go to church, go to work, work out, stay in shape, go to their family's house, go to their friend's house. Keep that going. You know, I may not play basketball as much as I used to anymore, but I'm not going to stop playing. Yeah, I may have issues with people beating me all the time and everything, but that's okay. You know, that is okay. It's going to happen. You're not going to win every time. But in order for you to really win, you got to lose first. Greatness is not achieved overnight. It takes time to be great. It takes time to get better. It takes time to elevate your craft. And that's what Kobe's prerogative was throughout the entire time he played, right until the end when he retired at the age of 38 years old. 20 years with the same organization. One of the most legendary organizations in the history of basketball today. A lot of great people came out of LA and shot their career up to stardom. Shaq, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Luke Walton, Dwight Howard, Rick Fox, James Worthy, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then of course the latest one, Kobe Bryant. You will never ever see another Kobe Bryant step on the court. And I watched right as soon as I got up, I was on Instagram and I saw the tribute video that LeBron did for Kobe, and it was heartwarming. It touched my soul and made me think. That's why I had to really stop and think about something. Well, LeBron said he was right. He was right. Kobe treated him like a brother, and growing up, watching him as a kid, watching him play, LeBron said that it was an honor to watch someone as great as him play. And just like he said, Kobe would not want us to board. Kobe will want us to go out there and play. That's what he did throughout the injuries, throughout the time he took off, time for most injuries he had. It made him stronger. And when he had to sit out and watch them play, it got to him. And not many people know this, but the hours before Kobe got on the helicopter for the last time, Kobe was at the church, a church that's not that far from his house in LA. He was praying. He was at the church praying for everybody that was in his life, for his family, for the ones that knew him personally, for the ones that knew him on the court. And there's a lot of people that Kobe touched on. There's a lot of people's lives that Kobe touched. He touched mine. And there's a few of my friends on my Facebook right now that feel the same way. I'm not going to mention names out of respect. But they're devoted to the game just like I am. Like he was. We lost the legend. And I just, almost a full week and I'm still processing that. It will never be the same. God took a great icon In the words of Kobe, Mamba out. Love and miss you, bro.